like I said, there's not a lot of things they didn't change. Just because we are no longer fighting, killing people, and stuff like that doesn't mean a lot of things are still similarly the same. You understand? Mm-hmm. So a lot of things, like for example, in TUT you have the thing of saying we have a certain problem within, maybe in the class or in the university. You understand? They will never be part of that struggle that we are fighting for. You understand? They will always disassociate themselves within the struggle.
The SRCs. Do you have white people in the SRCs, or is the white from the DAs, the different parties, Freedom Front Plus? Do you have those, or it's just majority? It's black.
Majority of, to be honest,
SRC is black.
SRC is dominated by black students. Understand? I think he can.
They don't care. Actually, the white ones, they don't care about these things. Or
I will say that they don't like support or our struggles. Understand? It's like, bro, it's like saying that's your struggle. Don't interfere with me. Understand, Commander? It's like that's your struggle. We have our own. Understand? Like, you understand what I'm saying? It only happened in
the SRC does. It's happening in universities, and it's fighting for black students to get everything in order in the university. So the whites that
don't want those black people there.
Yeah, the whites that are there, they are basically fine with everything. Their school fees are paid, their registrations are paid, their accommodations are paid.
So the black child is
struggling underneath. So
it's privilege.
It's creating the two worlds right there, education.
Yeah.
And that's what we say in America. Like you're bringing them up. So it's
that's
like
you
plant the seed. So by the time they get older, you already feel like you don't matter because they do matter. And to that, it makes me think again. In America, it's not as defined. It's not as pronounced. You know, like this is clear over here. In America, it's smoky. Like I said earlier, like Malcolm X once said, South Africa practices the racism that it preaches. America says that it's kumbaya and that it's a classless society or no racism, but it really is racism because they're lying. But here again, they're honest. It doesn't make it better, but it's so you can see it. Again, like I said, as an outsider, you can see it. And to me, like just for you to say as a student, like that's beyond like fucked up. That as a white student, you wouldn't. Obviously, you're not black, but you are in the spaces with the black people. You benefit from everything that black people do. You want to dance to black music. You want to buy black clothes. You want to be. Most of these people, even if they're saying that they hate us, they're having sex with somebody brown, whether it's a man or a woman, right? They're buying drugs from somebody brown, whether it's a man or a woman. So the idea that they don't like black people, but then again, like they're gonna watch you struggle, and then they're never gonna speak up. Like to me, the issue would be solved if you had the white people speak up. But again, maybe that's just naive thinking. I'm not, this is not me with a cape, like saying, oh, I have the answers. This is me. This is my mind just thinking, like, because again, from the American context. But then again, using that, maybe again, I just had my own answer. When the white people said that they were standing with black people in America, again, that was fake. Like they say it, but again, it's like it doesn't mean that it's gonna be equal.
So they say it, but they don't show it.
Right. They say so it could be worse. So the news could say it was said, but they don't have to do anything. They don't have to live it. They don't have to think it. They don't have to feel it. Like it doesn't have to be real because we said it, so we put it on paper. We put the minutes. So when they have the meeting, we said it was equal. You said it, but you never did anything.
At the end of the day, the whites are on the beautiful side of the world, and the black are on the struggling side.
Correct. But I also think that in essence, there is just a rhetoric that there is a democracy, whereas the system that was used during apartheid has not yet been uprooted. Blacks are just included here and there, and it's strategic. It's not like it's inclusion for freedom. It's inclusion for indebtion. You spoke about middle class. Most of our middle class people in South Africa, they are highly indebted. They're staying in estates, they're paying a lot of money to the bank for about 20 years. They're driving fancy cars, they're paying a lot of money to the bank, not to the state. I was thinking about this concept over the weekend to say that, but what if all these bond houses were being bought from the state? The state would be having a lot of money because a lot of people, blacks now, they have bonds. But unfortunately, they buy those bonds from a private company, which is a bank. Now, the bank doesn't give a lot of money to the state. Okay, they might be paying the tax and all those, but imagine if the state was the one who was the custodian of the whole system, whereby everyone who wants to have a property, who wants to have a house, buy it from the state. Now you pay that
It's
money.
gonna be cheaper.